Hey everyone, it's your old pal Gumshoe Gummy here. This is my 1 month post-op VSG update. I'm very excited to let you all know how it's been for me over the last month. Things are really starting to become normal, um, which is great, and I'm sure that it's very possible that things could swing and I could have a rough patch or something like that. This is going to be a process that takes a while, but as of right now, things are feeling very normal. I'm getting into a routine. I can eat regular food again. I know probably no one in the entire universe cares, but I do apologize for not putting up weekly updates. I just didn't have the time, and I think I'm probably not going to now. But I do want to kind of give at least a month by month update so that you could possibly use my journey as a touchstone as you go through your own journey with weight loss surgery. And so my top weight was about 300 pounds. This morning I weighed 271. I weighed 294 on the day of surgery. So that's about 23 pounds lost in the last month since surgery. Could it be more? Probably. I went to the surgeon last week and they seemed to think my weight loss was on track. And you know, it's one of those things. It just happens gradually. Even though this is more quicker, this is a quicker process of weight loss than you normally would experience going on a diet. But I do feel like my clothes are fitting a bit better. They were probably too tight before. I bought some new clothes that I'm hoping will fit me at some point that were on sale. So I know some people say, "Oh, wait 6 months and then buy clothes." Well, that's not just not gonna be my style. I'm gonna probably be buying clothes, regularly. I can't buy food anymore. I can't eat, so I'm gonna be buying some clothes. What else did I want to tell you? What was it like to be on liquids for 2 weeks? That was definitely the worst. Obviously, your body's healing. Luckily enough, I was able to take the 2 weeks off of work. Well, actually, I think I went back to work about 10 days after surgery, but my work is, I'm sitting at a computer, so it's not physically demanding. I was very tired. It took a while to be able to sleep comfortably because you have to sleep on your side, or you can't sleep on your side comfortably, and I'm definitely a side sleeper. So that took for sure a while before I could comfortably sleep on my side again and actually get a good night's sleep. Sleeping on my back through the whole night, probably because I'm pretty heavy, my muscles start to ache after a while. So definitely the first 2 weeks, obviously, the farther out you get from surgery, the more normal you start to feel. The first 2 weeks, I was just really tired. Obviously, I had to be very ginger with myself. The only walking I could really do was exercise, and I probably really couldn't exercise much until about 2 weeks after surgery. So, and also, that's really the point where you're not getting very many vitamins because the food that you can eat is limited. I was having some Ensure, which was disgusting, but I was having that to try to get some vitamins. For my surgeon, they said that after 2 weeks, I could start to have period foods and I could start to take vitamins. And a few days after taking the vitamins, I definitely started feeling better. I got my labs taken last week. They're all normal. So even my iron, I was feeling like my iron was really low. I think my iron got back up to normal after taking the vitamins for a while. So all of that's good. So really in the last week, I'm starting to feel like I have a normal energy level, like I can exercise. I rode my bike to work every day this week, except for one day because I wanted to go to the orientation to walk dogs at the dog shelter, so that's one thing I'm going to be doing. And so I've been on my bicycle, I've been walking around, like, yeah, I still get pretty tired at night, but I can eat normal food, and not very much of it, but that's fine. Honestly, it's easier to feed myself than it was before, because before I was always hungry and I would eat something and even, I would just always be hungry. Especially when I was at my biggest for a while there. my appetite was out of control, and it's not that I would always indulge it, but I would just feel constantly hungry all the time. And now it's like, okay, I eat breakfast, I eat a protein shake, and then I have like a little bit of cream of wheat with some coconut milk and some cinnamon and maybe some fruit in there, and I'm good to go. It takes me a while to eat all of that, which is kind of annoying because I'm slow in the morning already, so now I'm really slow in the morning. Like 40 minutes to eat breakfast is not speeding up my time to get ready and go somewhere. But so that's one thing. Really, I have not had any illness. I haven't, other than just the expected fatigue and letting my abdomen heal, and just what you would expect to feel going through a major procedure like that and not getting enough food and being on a liquid diet. You're going to feel weak. So I think everything that I've experienced you can expect to experience. I have not had any kind of vomiting, even nausea. I haven't had. So I have to burp a lot. That's one thing where I'm just like, I can feel the air and it's like pushing, and that kind of feels like nausea, but then once I burp, I feel better. And hopefully that'll stop at some point, because I don't want to be like the burpiest person ever, but right now, if I feel one, I let it out. Like, it's too uncomfortable not to. So, oh well, whatever. Mostly I'm not in polite company anyway. Usually I'm working alone, working from home or working from my office, but I'm pretty much alone, and I live alone, so it's not like I live or die by my manners on the day-to-day basis. The only thing that I've had was they told me when I left the hospital I should take Prilosec, the proton pump inhibitor, the acid reducer, for 2 weeks. So I took it for 2 weeks, then I stopped taking it because I ran out. And when I stopped taking it, that was also coinciding when they said I could start pureed food, and I started to get acid reflux. I didn't realize what it was at first because I've not had that before, but I realized that my throat was burning and I thought I was getting a cold. It took me a day to realize, when you get a cold, you feel it up here. I was feeling it down here like a burning. So I realized, oh wait, that's acid coming up. So the doctor prescribed me another proton pump inhibitor, which makes it cheaper, and because it's pretty expensive. It's like $1 a day if you just buy it over the counter. And so the doctor prescribed me another one, and it took a few days to work. Like, when I transitioned from one to the other, it took a few days to work. But that's going pretty well now. I haven't had many acid problems. I also really have to be careful. I really have to sit up very straight after I eat for a long time. I cannot be lying down. I cannot be leaning back even really very much. And especially, sometimes eating makes me tired. I don't know if any of you experience that, but sometimes eating makes me pretty tired. So, the acid has been annoying. I'm not eating anything that could cause acid, like no tomatoes, which kind of makes me sad. No tomato sauce, no onions, no garlic. I just kind of looked up a list that said even peppermint could do that. Obviously, I'm not having citrus. You're not really supposed to have citrus for a while after surgery. So any of that kind of stuff, I'm just not having that right now. And I'm trying to just, if I feel full, to stop eating. It is hard. I don't feel like I'm really getting enough food. I'm probably getting like 800 or 900 calories a day. I'm supposed to have 3 meals a day, wait at least 30 minutes to drink after each meal, but the surgeon did say I could have a snack too. So I've been definitely craving them. My hunger, it's like I feel hungry at the same times that I used to. My body's very cyclical. So I feel hungry at the same times, and even with the same intensity, but it's like the size of the hunger is reduced. I was telling someone, like, before, when I was hungry, my stomach would be like, I am hungry, feed me now. And now it's like, I am hungry, feed me now. Like, It's still intense, but it's smaller. And then obviously I eat a much less and eat it very slowly, and then I feel full. But obviously my body is not. It's still only getting a very fraction of what it would need in order to maintain itself. So there's gonna be, some fatigue, I think, at least associated with that. My blood sugar, that doesn't feel like I'm having ups and downs throughout the day that badly, but definitely around 4 p.m. I've been working. I start to get a little brain fog, and I feel like I need a snack to keep going. So all of that's very good. I'm happy that I have not pushed the envelope on what I can eat. I haven't eaten anything I'm not supposed to eat. I haven't eaten anything, any high fat, high sugar items, any fried items, just all that stuff that is gonna, possibly make you nauseous. I haven't really tried any of that, so I've just been eating very healthy, which is nice, and not eating very much. Already, it's freaking good for my wallet. I knew that this was gonna pay for itself. It probably cost me about, between all of the doctor's visits, probably about $2,500 to get this done. So, but I knew that it was going to pay for itself. And I did put that on the credit card, so it's not like I have already paid that off, but I knew this was going to pay for itself because I was eating out a lot and getting hungry and, spending $20, $30. Like, I make a good salary and I'm spending it all on just food. And so I'm not eating out hardly at all. I did eat out a little bit, but it's like every time you go get a meal, it used to be $9. I'd go get something from the food truck. Now it's $4.50 because I'm splitting it in half and eating it, 2 days. So, but mostly I'm just, I've got food and I'm cooking it myself. Eggs and refried beans. I love cottage cheese, lots of yogurt, high protein stuff. I've got some really good cubed pears and peaches that don't have added sugar, that are just in little cups. Stuff like that is really good. I got these little brie canisters that are so delicious. It's like a single serving brie in a little circle. I love those. And so that's all been good. I'm enjoying the food that I'm eating, and with the solid food that I've started to eat over the last week, it is, depending on what it is, it can really sit heavy in my stomach and make me not want to eat that much quicker. But I'm like, I'm just gonna stop eating, and if I only got 150 calories, so be it, because it's not, you don't want to push it, and also, if I overfill myself, then I could get acid coming back up, so I don't want that, and I also don't want to stretch my pouch. But I also want to try to get in more food, so if you need to sit there, eat for 15 minutes, wait 10 minutes, go do something else, come back, eat for another 15 minutes, and get some more food in. At least for me, I feel like that's helping me get a little more food in. So everything's feeling normal. I wake up in the morning, I take my proton pump inhibitor, I take my vitamins, drink a glass of water, wait 5 minutes, start my breakfast. I have something ready for lunch, eat that, and I'm just trying to keep up with the water. I know this week I could have had a lot more water than I did, but things are really normalizing, which is great. I've been on a diet for years before. I was on a calorie restricted diet for years, which I think really fucked my metabolism up. I didn't realize at the time, you're losing weight now, but you're going to gain that back later because you're screwing your metabolism up so bad. And so now it just kind of feels like I'm on a diet like that again, except it's a little bit easier because, I have a small stomach that doesn't want me to put very much food in it. So, emotionally, it's been very good. I've been very happy really this whole time. I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad that I'm on the other side of this journey. It took me almost a year to get the surgery done, and it was a big process, so I'm just glad to be on the other side and to be feeling good, to have lost weight. My clothes is fitting better. I do feel like I can walk faster. It's it's little changes, but it feels good. What else did I want to tell you? That's all I had written down in my notes, was just mainly I can eat everything just fine. I haven't had any issues with nausea or anything like that. I've lost 23 pounds in a month, and recovery's going good. Health feels good. Mental health feels good. And I even went back to yoga class. I usually teach yoga on Mondays. I went back this week, and probably wasn't going to be able to do much yoga, but just wanted to go and did a meditation, and that was great. The acid is annoying. I knew that could happen. Hopefully that the acid problem will resolve itself over the next 3 months, or else I'm going to have chronic acid problems. But, I knew that was a risk, and I didn't want to be 300 pounds for the rest of my life or more. So that's not a health problem that I wanted, to see what the outcome of that was going to be. So if I have acid, I have acid, but I hope that I don't. I want to eat tomatoes again. So yeah, I'm feeling great. And if you're watching this, if you have any questions for me at all, what kind of protein powder I'm eating, or what I eat throughout the day, anything that you want to know, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And again, I'm kind of keeping some of my information private, because not that anyone, really cares at all, except for I have had one person in particular who was giving me problems in the past, and I want to make sure that, they don't, if they ever find these videos, they can't. Anyway, that's getting creepy. So I'll just stop this right here. And, but yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have a question, and I will post another update in 1 month, if not sooner. Oh yeah, and I also started grad school. So back to work, starting grad school, gonna volunteer at the animal shelter, yoga once a week. Like, I don't know, things are a little crazy, but hopefully I'll manage to keep up with the schoolwork. Okay, bye. Thanks everyone.